As previously discussed, the autonomic nervous system is a division of the peripheral nervous system involved in the regulation of physiological processes that are not under conscious control. Both the sympathetic and the parasympathetic divisions of the autonomic nervous system innervate most of the organs that control these processes. However, the effect each division has on the organ is typically opposing. In this learning objective, we will compare the functions or the effects of the sympathetic and parasympathetic divisions of the autonomic nervous system on these organs. So starting with the sympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system, and this division, which is colloquially referred to as a fight or flight division, is activated during periods of physical and emotional stress. When the sympathetic division is more active than the parasympathetic division, body functions that support vigorous physical activity and the rapid production of ATP are favoured. And at the same time, body functions that favour the storage of energy are reduced. Besides physical exertion, various emotions, such as fear, embarrassment, or rage, can stimulate the sympathetic division. And a nice way to remember some of the functions that occur with sympathetic stimulation is thinking about the body changes that occur with E activities. So our E activities include exercise, emergencies, excitement, and embarrassment. And so, for example, if you're exercising or if you see or are involved in an emergency, perhaps you're in a car accident, your body starts to prepare you for fight or flight. So your pupils will start to dilate. This allows more light into your eyes and a wider line of vision. Your heart rate will increase so that you can transport oxygen and nutrients to the working muscles nice and quickly. Your liver will increase the conversion of glycogen to glucose. So taking that stored form of glucose and breaking it down so it can now go back into your blood and to the organs that need it. And blood will be diverted away from the kidneys so that your body isn't wasted precious energy and resources filtering blood to produce urine. Instead, they'll redirect that blood flow to more important organs. So things like your muscles, your brain, your heart, and your lungs. Similarly, other processes that are not essential for surviving stressful scenarios will be inhibited. For example, blood flow to the gastrointestinal system will be reduced. Contraction and churning of the stomach and the intestines is slowed down. And the release of digestive enzymes and hormones might be stopped. In contrast, the parasympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system enhances activities that fall into that rest and digest category. This can also be called the breed and feed division, as the parasympathetic division supports body functions that conserves and restores body energy during times of rest and recovery. So essentially any time in between when the sympathetic nervous system is dominant. So the parasympathetic division supports activities such as increasing the digestive activity of the gastrointestinal system. So this allows us to break down food and take the energy from that food and put it into our blood. It increases blood flow to the kidney so that we can filter our blood and produce urine. And all the other activities that are not prioritised during times of stress. The parasympathetic division also tends to oppose the effect of the sympathetic division, so what it does to many of our organs, when these responses are not required. So for example, the parasympathetic division will constrict your pupils, it will decrease your heart rate, it will decrease the diameter of the airways leading into your lungs if that is not required. Now, although not as comprehensive and nice and neat as the sympathetic division, some of the functions of the parasympathetic nervous system can be described as being D activities. So for example, digestion, defecation, decreased heart rate, decreased diameter of the airways, and decreased diameter of the pupils. So all these are functions associated with the parasympathetic nervous system.